this camera's up mighty close. Mm. I don't want to be too close, but I don't want to be too far. I left my comb in the bathroom. I think I left it in the bathroom. Oh, ooh, everybody's up. This is early. This chat room is acting weird once again. Hey, David, Segalone, Ekator. This chat room thing is acting crazy once again. Hey, Nova. I'm trying to pin my... I'm trying to pin my Cash App up here. And if I didn't do that, y'all name wouldn't even came up. It's always something, I swear for God. How's everybody doing this morning? It's 3:14. Oh, we got beer in the chat. It's gonna be good. You already know. I couldn't sleep. It's hard to sleep when you're like me because just to sit around the house and go to sleep is not it's not me. I'm always into something. I've been doing all right. Just can't say. I just said that, Dave Johnson. I had put some lashes on and the glue wet in my eyes. I went downtown and the glue wet in my eyes and oof, it's weird. So let me tell y'all something. The biggest scam that's going on now is the Social Security scam. What does they do now? They call you up on the phone and they tell you that your Social Security number has been compromised. And someone opened up a bunch of cards in your name, at least 30 cards, and they may be a warrant for your arrest. Isn't that crazy? Just to let y'all know the scams that's going on. So, I'm like, what are you talking about? She was like, there could be a warrant for your arrest. And she says, here's my ID number. So I was, wait a minute, let me write this down. So I wrote everything down. I wanted to get all the information. I wrote it all down. And then I said to her, she says, well, if the people come to you knock on your door, if the cops come knock on your door, I want you to give them this number. I said, let me tell you something. Let me call my lawyer and my police. Soon as I said I'm gonna call my lawyer, they hung up on me. Then I tried to call them back. Then it said the messages are too full. So I'm giving y'all a heads up on what's going on now. This is the new scam. So now the new scam is they call you on the phone and tell you that your cards have been compromised. And that's another thing she kept saying. Well, what's your credit cards that you use? She said, what do you bank at? I was like, I don't have a bank account. She said, what credit cards do you use? I said, I don't have none. And then she was like, well, it could be a restaurant for you, for from Texas. Did you ever live in Texas? No, I didn't live in no Texas. How did you get my number? So you know me doing a lot of research. You already knew I was gonna start. I don't know who she thinks she was talking to. I started doing journalism work and so on. And lo and behold, I found out that a bunch of people being scammed through this thing. And due to the fact that COVID-19 is going on, they are going after people as if people are not going through enough. So I'm just giving y'all a heads up on what's going on. So when y'all get that phone call, and when I looked it up and everything, it's definitely had other people said the same thing I said. Usually it's like a pattern. That's the one thing I do like about the internet. When somebody do something, you look it up, and lo and behold, that is what it is. Got my beer. I probably won't finish it. So let's talk about the drug use in the girls. And the reason I wanted to talk about this with y'all is because there are a lot of girls that's done died that I have not reported it because I don't know how to present it to you because they all died from drug use. A lot of girls that died from drug use. They're not being murdered, and I understand because, I mean, every girl grieves differently in her process of transitioning. And this is the thing I be telling when I say tell the girls everything. Nobody tells y'all this. Hey, Tears Passion. Hey, a lot of trans girls get on drugs just to have trade and make the trade want them because they want to buy drugs. Okay, Passion. All right. It's not a one set in stone thing. But thank you for that input. The thing about it is there's girls that did drug use and they're dead. I never gave y'all the story because how do I present this? She died from overdose. And then you don't know, you know what I mean? It's like I did do some, like I summed up like we lost one of our sisters. But if you say we lost one of our sisters, y'all be like, well, why? We want to know why she's dead, right? We don't want you to tell us she's dead. We want you to tell us why. And I can't say, girl, she was on drugs and she died. Because the family and the friends will be on my page, It's the same thing when I did the porn star. She had escort ass all out for prostitution everywhere. And then someone says, how dare you? You're slandering her name. I never said that she was on drugs. I just said she died. Hey Davis, how are you? Usually with me, I hold back information when it comes to the girls because I don't want her to go out like that. You know what I mean? So I won't share everything. But then I was attacked. It was like, well, it's messed up. You destroy. First of all, I cannot destroy a prostitute's name. I cannot destroy a prostitute's name. Okay. And second of all, You're not only a prostitute, but you got escort ass running, and here it is, you just die. Y'all didn't even know that part. Y'all didn't even know that part that she was prostituting. She had ass running, and she died from drug use. Hey, Philip. So I didn't share that with y'all. But then the family and friends said, you're slandering her name. I said she was found dead. And that was another case. I'm not going to get the name, but it was in that case. It was drug use. And the thing about it is that my personal opinion is, like I said before, tell the girls everything. Because the one thing they keep telling the girls is the glamour and the glitz, and you could feel fabulous, and you could do this and that. And these girls are, if they don't feel like they equal up to what everybody's saying they're supposed to be, they start using drugs and suffering in silence. And it's very strong drug use girls. I never forget when I was working in New York, and I found this one girl I looked up to. She was using drugs, and I was like, yo, you too. I don't listen. I don't knock anything. If you like it, I love it. My personal opinion is, I just don't want you to die from it. You know what I mean? But who am I to say what I don't want you to do? You know what I mean? But then it's like, when I express it to you with a full blow of coke in your nose, because I'm like a dum-dum. I'm very much a dum-dum, because I didn't even know black people did cocaine. And God only knows, it's just a stuff that I didn't even know this stuff existed. I thought black people smoked weed and drunk liquor. You did think it was a weed. You smoke weed, or you drink. It was like one or the other. I didn't know black people did drugs like that. I learned trial and error during my life. So when I'm watching her and I'm like, okay. So when a lot of these girls are dying, nobody wants to talk about that part. Sure, I talk about her being murdered, but let's talk about the girls that's falling behind the scenes and just dying. And then let's talk about the fact that, let's talk about some real issues here. We know all our sisters are not okay. Some of our sisters are. Some of our sisters go out there and they chase after men, knowing that they got something different than the other female. So by her doing this, she's in front of a man that she's attracted to, but she's not from the man that she's using her brain. Because at the end of the day, he has his beliefs and what he believes in and stuff like that. And the fact that trickery becomes involved, drug use becomes involved, and then he ends up killing her, and then we're going, why? If y'all really think back on some of the videos I've done, I never talked about her drug uses or their drug uses. But a lot of these girls are messing with these dudes, like Tia's Passion just said, on drugs. Now here he is. He's not even talking to the girl. He's talking to the drug. So the drug is showing up and not her. So now the drug is showing up. She acting a certain kind of way in front of him because she's trying to rob him and do everything else. He ends up killing him. Now I do this story and I leave out a lot of it because I already know she's going to be bashed and stuff like that. So I'm not going to be a part of the conversation. In other words, I'm not going to give you the bullets for the gun. But it makes me, it's just something we need to talk about, y'all. We need to talk about this stuff because everybody wants to let the girls believe that everything is fantabulous. And these girls are not getting the full information of what's happening to them. Y'all understand what I'm saying? And it just tires me. Like I said before, I don't knock anything anybody do. That's not my place. I just know when it comes for me sharing this story, I try to go live to share with y'all what the real deal is behind some of these deaths, because it's overwhelming amount of deaths I do. And I told y'all 2020, I was not doing this stuff no more. But I want to keep it real with y'all because I don't want to keep saying, well, girl, she just got murdered or she just got killed. I want to let y'all know the gray area, what's going on. So when I report it, I'm not going to tell y'all again, but due to the live I'm sharing with y'all, I want y'all to read between the lines. Because I'm not going to put it on the death and I'm not going to put it on the video. I'm not going to do that. But I'm giving y'all the inside, and I want y'all to figure out, and please don't put it in the comments because I'm not going to answer you. When I put it on her video up, I'm not going to answer you like, Raven, was it? I'm not going to answer you. We could talk about it through live, but through her death, let her have that moment. Don't let her go out when you got the, you know what I mean? Because you got the whole world going to be saying a whole bunch of extra. And let's not add to it, if you know what I mean. We're all not perfect, but I don't want everything about her life, you know what I mean, be put in that part of the video. Yes, a lot of stuff I do leave out, especially if it's going to make her look a certain type of way. But I hate doing the deaths because there was another girl that died from OD. I'm not gonna say her name either. Pretty famous. And I got her story. I got her story 2 hours after she was dead. I could have shared with y'all. Matter of fact, I never shared this story with y'all at all. I never shared this story with y'all at all because I already knew she was dead. Somebody, look, sources told me she was dead. I didn't even know that she was a two-spirit woman. And then when I found the information, I have to think of this. Did she live her life as a two-spirit woman, or did she live self? Self. So, thank you, D. So did she live self? And this is another thing about it. To my personal opinion, if a girl didn't want y'all to know what she was as a two-spirit woman, and here it is, I'm outing her as a two-spirit woman. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm outing her as a two-spirit woman, and she didn't want her delicacy to go out like that, and here it is, I'm outing her as a two-spirit woman, and she didn't want that. So I won't report the death that way because I'm like, I'm disrespecting her in her death. I say, even though that's what she was, maybe that's not what she wanted to go out as. You know what I mean? I always tell this man, so true. Got to be careful with guys with drugs. They fucking shark come up in the back. That's true. Just so it becomes problematic when it's in my position. And of course, you know, when it comes to my sisters, my baby sisters, y'all know I ride hard for y'all. I may not like a lot of things y'all do. Y'all may not like a lot of things I do. But when it comes to putting you down, I'm not going to do it. I could buy. Trust me, when Raven get to digging, I find out stuff. I find out way more than what I share. So a lot of times when I know too much, what I'll say is, I'm like, work with me, y'all. When I say work with me, y'all, that's the clue that I want y'all to remember that I found out something that's way beyond what I'm reporting. It's bigger than what I'm reporting. I'm not going to share it with the world. I'm not going to do that. But if y'all really think about a lot of these stories that I share, if y'all really think a lot of things that I share with y'all, and y'all put two and two together, y'all gonna figure out who was the ones on drugs, who used the drugs, and who was in a relationship or whatever with a person in drugs, and you will connect the dots. And a lot of times when it comes down for that, when people use drugs, sometimes the drug shows up and not the person. And the person that's probably a wonderful person, we never get a chance, no one never really gets a chance to meet them because They was on drugs. Everybody can't handle this life. And then you got medicine making your brain go crazy. Some trans girls don't hang with kids. They are very, very low. They don't want people to know. It's exactly passion. I don't blame them. I don't blame them, passion. Any two-spirit woman that don't want nobody to know, I'm with you. I'm with you. Because gay people going to out you. Your own two-spirit sister people going to out you. You got so many people going out you. And it's like they close their eyes to everything that you're going through just to out you as if they're going to get some reward at the end of the day when they do these actions. They don't care what's going to happen to you the next day. They don't care about what somebody's going to know. They don't care about how you're trying to deal with your life, and now you're being outed, and then now you're starting to use more drugs. And a lot of girls are dying from drugs. Y'all have no idea how many bodies I have not shared with y'all. It is a lot of bodies. It's a lot of bodies. And the reason why I didn't share, because she died from drug use. I mean, it's a lot of bodies, y'all. And these girls are so young. They were all like under 25 years old. And they were so young. And they were on them drugs and stuff. And I understand it because they were in pain. So it's like, I'd rather just not do it because y'all want to know why. Like you Jancy said, maybe someday I go forward with it. No, but think about it, Davis. The thing about it is, what I had to learn. I'm gonna tell y'all what I had to learn about me. When I did these steps and stuff, I had to learn something. These girls are not Raven. They're not me. And I had to separate. It took me a while to get there. I was like, they're not me. Because I'm not perfect and mothers live. And I'm not perfect. And I met men. And I met men that could have beat me up, stomped me in the ground, bigger than me, straight from prison. Because I'm a cop. I'm a cop and a felon magnet. If it's a felon, I go straight to him. If it's a cop, I go straight to him. My connections with cops and felons is weird. I don't understand what the universe is telling me, but I got a lot of cops that I know, and I have a lot of felons that I know. I got a lot of bounty hunters I know. So I know a lot of everything. And it's weird because when it gets in between of those, which means that the guys that's allegedly the good guys, they're like the most, I don't even know how to put them in a category. They're like the most, did y'all ever see Set It Off, the movie Set It Off with Queen Latifah and Jada Pinkett and sorry, that wouldn't fuck with us, gender, right? Drugs stealing souls, but it's genetic. That's true. Drugs. I got my family's packed with drug dealers, but most of the people in my family do things differently because in my family, I hate to say this, we commit suicide. Usually, before we become 50 years old, we kill ourselves. In my family, we have such a strong suicide rate that it is crazy. I lost so many uncles and aunts. They all killed themselves. All of them. And I mean, I got some of the beautifulest. I mean, drop dead good. My aunt was so beautiful. I mean, bad. My uncles, bad. Fine. All killed themselves. They wanted to die. And it's difficult. Because you could tell a person, my God, you're so beautiful. Why would you? They're gone. I'm talking to the drug. I'm not talking to them. So even though I could try to plead with them, they don't hear me. Hey, XB. So I don't know if anybody ever had somebody in their family on drugs, you understand what I'm saying, because a lot of times they're unreachable. And no matter what you scream at the top of your lungs or you could try to pull them out of it, they ain't coming. They're not coming. And then it gets to a point they'll tell you anything so you can shut up. But they're not coming with you. So you scared because you want to clock and you want to stop them, but they're not going to. It's not up to you. It's their decision. But it's just weird. I just want to say I've been supporting the trans community for a very long time now. And I have to say I will continue. Thank you, Johnson. Always could use the support. The girls could use the support. And also the guys could use support. And when I say that, I mean all guys. I mean, even the trans attracted men need support. Even the two-spirit women need support. Even the two-spirit men need support. We need to support each other more. And also, we need to stop forgetting about the trans attracted men and understand all he goes through to stay. Hey, Chris, all he goes through to stand with us. See, we just look at him like, for some reason, I was watching a video about a guy who supported the girls, and the delivery onto them was so strong and dark to me. I felt bad for the dudes. He came, a black cop killed himself. May his soul find peace. I have agreement. Red suicide invitation. Any state work. Pick up my changes even though I'm a lesbian. Okay. Lower my eyes. Y'all gotta feel me. Thank you, AX. I'm agreement. Suicidal. I see many of the girls dying. It leaves negative reputation of the community. As a 20-year-old trans woman, I don't know where to look in times. It's hard to motivate myself. It's difficult, Jill, but the thing about it is mentally exhausting. That's why I would say you have to take that me time for yourself because it's mentally very exhausting. And also, you have to separate. You have to weed through the girls and find out the ones that rock with you versus the ones that don't rock with you. Unfortunately, that's the truth. I've been the same men for 8 years. I'm trans. I love to explore my mind more too. Yeah, English. Okay. Everybody's story is different, and it's mentally exhausting. It's a lot exhausting. And also, I was watching a video with a two-spirit woman, and she was talking to a gay guy, and he was on the bus calling her trans, and she didn't go by that. She had transitioned, and she got over to the finish line. In other words, she was done, and she didn't want to be referred to that, but it kept saying that anyway. It reminds me of when I was working in a bar in New York City. Me, a trans girl, I'm 39, transition at 18, but I keep myself safe at times. I let the guys know what I am, but stable. But you know what, Philip? Now you said that, let me tell you something. There are girls out here who don't let the guys know. There are girls out here that don't. When I tell y'all, there are girls out here that don't do it. They don't do it. They don't do it. They don't do it, and it becomes problematic for me because no matter how much I'm screaming, and when I tell y'all this, these are the activists that's doing it. These girls are activists, and they're not telling the guys. They're telling you, oh girl, you need to tell it, but y'all ain't doing it. You ain't doing it. And I mean, they going after dudes on the streets, and they trying to talk to him, and she's not telling. And these are activists that's doing it. These are the activists that's telling y'all not to do it, and they're doing it. There is a power behind the words. If you prefer the two-spirit, I respect it. That's what I call myself, two-spirit. I don't call myself transgender because all that means is man, and that's a whole nother subject. I ain't gonna go into that because everybody feels comfortable with labels, and And I understand everybody's not where I'm at, but I see something way beyond what's going on here. It's like a government term from when blacks, then the niggers. It was the niggers, the Negroes, the blacks, the colors. It's just another way to identify black people to keep them more marginalized. But until that part, everybody ain't there, and I'm not gonna make everybody get there with me. Sister in spirit, I understand exactly game. Playing with fire. They do it though, but I've watched girls sit back and say, y'all need to tell dudes. And I watched them tell other girls, tell their story that they don't do it. Now, remind you, when these young girls get murdered, all they say is, y'all need to stop killing us. But they was following what you did. Because they see, if I can see it, they see it. So if I can hear you say certain things you do, they see it too. So if they see what you do, and I just saw what you did, versus what you said that I shouldn't do and you doing it. I saw a video with a girl who said she was trying to talk to this guy. She was trying to get into him. She wanted him to get to know her first. And she's going at it. She's going out to dinner. She went up to him. She basically came to him, pursued him, and she knew what she was. And she said, well, I want to see if he'll give me a chance anyway. So here it is, a man minding his business and a two-spirit woman going up to him, trying to talk to him, trying to be with him, knowing that that's someone he thinks she is. She goes after him, working his mind, and then it gets to that point where she has to tell him. Now, let's call a thing a thing. You lied to him. You lied to him. You set him up, and you tricked him. And guess what you want as a reward? You want to be loved. Let's try this again. You lied to him, you tricked him, and you set him up. But you want to be rewarded with love. Make it make sense. Same breath, let's twist it around. A two-spirit woman, she get lied to. She gets set up. She get murdered. What is the difference? She don't get to walk away, but he do. That's the difference. Tell the girls that. They don't want to hear. They should tell them, but girls nowadays, the young ones, don't crazy. Even tell them they don't do it. That's true, Philip. But you know what the thing is? These are older girls that's doing it too, Cotton. The older girls are doing it too. It's not just the younger ones. The older ones are doing it, and the younger ones are watching it. So it becomes problematic when it comes to me because no matter what, they're going to throw me in the same box with the rest. Even if you be honest, there's still sick people out here who are not okay with themselves. They will kill you because they can't deal with their own feelings. That's true in a certain breath, AY. That's true in a certain breath. But I'm going to tell you something. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it with you. I'm gonna be straightforward. I understand they'll say, well, if we tell a guy stuff like that, and nothing is set in stone. But a lot of times when I tell these stories about girls who said they told, sometimes those were robberies because they already knew you was a prostitute, and that's like a rapper flashing money, so he know you got money, so he's coming to rob you. And of course, he can use the fact that he didn't know. Then it's the fact that the girls just want to have sex with him. So she don't tell. And when I tell you this, I'm not defending the actions of dudes. But a lot of girls like us are really for real, mentally crazy. I mean, for real crazy. I mean, real crazy. For real crazy. The kind of girl that you like, you know what? I got to get away from you because I'm going to hurt you. I told y'all, I done fought two. I fought two. Two of my sisters, I done fought them. And one went and got two guys to take care of me. And the other one went and got the cops. And the thing about it was, a lot of these girls are crazy. You can't keep defending people when I know better. I'm not going to say that every girl, I'm not going to put my personal opinion on the girls when they're murdered, but I do know through my facts checks what they did to me. Even though I look like them, they even tried to take me out. So I can't sit back and say the girls are innocent when they're not. But I'm going to tell you who's going to pay for it. The ones who don't do the trickery, the ones who do follow the rules, the ones that do feel fair is fair. Those are the ones who's going to catch hell. But the trickery ones ain't going to care. They still going to do what they do. And the ones like me and the ones that's honest is going to catch the wrath of what she did. And the worst part about it is, even though I may get jumped on or beat on for something she did, she don't care. She don't care what she just did. She don't care she got another girl in a situation. She don't care she got the girl killed. She don't really care. She like, well, nobody cared about me. Why should I care about her? And the thing about it is, how am I going to keep defending her when you're doing these type of actions to get your sister killed? And it seemed like, and I'm not saying this situation, but it was a situation when a girl got murdered and she brought a guy home with her. And usually when girls bring guys home, not in all cases, it's not set in stone, and she tell him what she is, he's been following her. She just don't know it. Same thing with me. Guys be following me, and I just don't know it. They're not going to tell me they're following me. I meet a new person to me, but he already know who I am. So I'm going, how you doing? And he already know. He's not going to tell me. Because the more information he has on me makes him more ahead of my life than me. That's why I tell the girls, when you out here showing your guns and you out here showing you got weapons and stuff, to a killer, you setting yourself up. Because he already knows what to come at you on. Because you said too much. And when a girl like myself, we know how to move. And we could tell a man what we are, and we could end up getting murdered. But there's also a great line of drug use that's involved. A lot of girls need to get out of their body to deal with their pain. And what a guy will do is he'll offer her drugs once she comes to his location, and they'll get high. And I don't know if y'all know about drug use people. When they're on them drugs, they're no longer present in their body. And then they start going crazy, which could get them killed. And he's on drugs, and she's on drugs. And sometimes you're looking at a person that's been transformed. That's not the person you know, because the drugs got you seeing someone else in front of you. And now you're fearing for your life on drugs, and you thinking that this person is coming to hurt you because they're unrecognizable to you because you're looking at them through the drug. Now, if you wasn't on the drug, you could see who it is. But due to the fact that the drug got your mind induced, you don't know this person in front of you. Like, who are you? Who are you? And you screaming and you trying to get away from them. And they saying, it's me. And they walking up to you and you screaming because this person that's coming at you, you don't recognize them because the drugs got your brain. The negative energies attacks the spirit. Exactly. And this is the thing that happens within a lot of the girls. And when I say this, it's not every girl, it's not every situation, it's not, it's not. But none of these girls deserve to get murdered. None of these girls deserve to die. I just want to share with y'all the gray area when I don't share these depths of what I know that goes on with our sisters. Everybody can't deal with everything. Some girls are super strong. Some girls could do drugs and dump no problem. And some girls can't. You know, some girls don't have to use anything. Some girls, every girl's story is different. Some girls got past trauma. Some girls transition and can't deal with what comes with it. Some girls don't want to be here no more because you got the hormones working in your brain. You got the drugs working in your brain. You got men attacking your spirit. You got girls attacking. So you are already broken. So it's a lot that comes with standing your truth. And it's hard. That's why I drink beer. Because it's like piss water. And I don't drink hard liquor because I know what it do to me. And if you're a person that uses drugs and you know what it do to you, you know that you are in danger of yourself. You are in danger of who you are. And if you get to a point you're like, oh, I don't remember doing that, girl, you know you are your enemy now. That means you got to try to find ways to save yourself if you can. Even though we may know what we should do, but will we do it is the bigger problem. It's hard. It's hard. That's what when I did that song, It's Hard Being Me, Be Me. And when you constantly being attacked and you constantly being ripped apart, it's hard. And then most girls wanted to get married. And this is another thing. The SRS surgery. She has the surgery. And she's still being called the man. She had the surgery and she's still being called the man. And I'm going to tell you why she's still being called the man. Because she's still calling herself transgender. And everybody knows, walking on the earth, if you have a two-spirit woman standing in front of you, calling you, saying she's a transgender, that means she's letting the person know, I am tricking you. And the girls don't get that part. I am tricking you. If you don't believe me, say the word and watch the person's eyes in front of you. Watch they go, what? So if you're getting that reaction from a person, ask yourself, what are you saying to them that's giving them that reaction? But that's here or there. Whenever I want to get rid of a man, I just send it through. It used to work. It don't no more. These men are coming. The magnitude of men are chasing after us is crazy. It is so overwhelming. It's overwhelming. And the more popular we become, the more high demand we become. And we're not becoming high demand for the right reason. We're becoming high demand for sexual reasons. And we're also coming high demand for being the aggressor in the bed. They're looking for us to be the dominant one and not the submissive one. And these are straight men. Whether y'all want to call them, whatever you want to call them, they're not gay. They're experimental men that'll do anything to get it off. You can make fun of them, you can say what you want, but all of them, I'm not going to say all of them because nothing sense though. Some of these men are pansexuals. They'll sleep with anything. They'll mess with you, they'll mess with a gay guy, they'll mess with a dog, they'll mess with a cat, they'll find a hole in a wall. They don't care. So, and the thing about it is, it becomes mentally exhausting where we're only looked at as just sexual objects and not a human being, especially when you want to build and grow. And then when you start building and growing, you have to start separating yourself from the men because he wants you to be more submissive and weak. In order for us to be strong, we had to be strong to make it this far. But they want us to be weak and submissive to them. I feel we two spirits and trans shit all boycott the entire system. Yeah, but the thing about it, we can't boycott something that we're not even accepted in. We're not even looked upon. It's if straight men don't mess with us, he still got. Do y'all know the magnitude of men after straight men? They got gay men. They got cis women. They got two-spirit women. The large volume of the pics is so big. He could care less if you don't want him. Because he got too many. He's got gay men. A gay man that will take care of him. Put money in his pocket. All he has to do is pull his thing out and let the gay man suck him off, and he got $300 or $500, and set him up a little bank account with a little card. He got a two-spirit woman that'll set him up. He got cisgender females that will set him up with a car and a house and food. He got so many people, so he could care less. That's why he acts the way he do. You're providing my point. Fuck this society system. I have no interest in them. I understand that, David. The thing about it is, I understand that, but see, we get in our feelings, and that's understandable because I get in mine too. And then we move through our feelings, but remember, we may get mad, but even we get mad, we don't stay mad forever. It goes away. And then we start returning back to normalcy. We start feeling normal, and then we start we as human, we want love. We want to be loved. We want that love. We want that embrace, whether it's temporary or who wants to be in this world by themselves just forever? Just come here and just be alone. Nobody wants that. Well, I don't think. But we want to roll over in the bed and there's a man or woman laying next to us in the bed that don't have to be there, that wants to be there and loves you and get up and do things for you, and the tears run at your eyes because you're so happy. You know what I mean? And it becomes problematic because of the magnitude of it. And then it becomes toxic. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a whole lot. And that's what I asked myself. Like today, I went outside. You know me, I'm trying to step outside the box. What's this thing I'm trying to do? I keep forgetting. I'm trying to reinvent myself, step outside the box, step outside my comfort zone, and do something totally different than me. So I'm not wearing my big afro nappy hair that I love, God knows. And I'm trying to wear wigs, which I hate. I hate wigs. So I'm trying to, that's why this is my comfort zone. And I'm not supposed to be wearing my hair like this. I'm supposed to wear my hair loose. So as you notice tonight, I fell once again. I fell at reinvent myself because this is Raven's comfort zone. And this is not what I'm supposed to be doing. And I know this. So I'm wrong for having my hair like this. Because this is Raven with my old mentality of put my hair in a ponytail and it's not supposed to be this way. It's supposed to be loose and flowing in the wind. Well, I'm glad I'm not those other men. For real. I have treated all the queens. Well, that's true, Johnson. That's good. You know, we're all different. You know, I'm trying to take more risks in my life. Yeah, me too, gang. Raven my Facebook pages. Add me. Um, you know, and the thing about it is, it's a process. It's a process, y'all. We're all human. We're not perfect, and it's difficult sometimes. But I don't believe nobody wants to be alone forever. Do you have an earring in your nose, Davis? Is that you? Because I don't just add everybody on my page. Because I have too many stalkers. Way more than y'all know. I have a lot of stalkers and okay. See, I don't think a lot of y'all know that I don't think a lot of y'all know that by me being on the front line, that I really do put my life on the line more than y'all know because of what I do and the magnitude of what I do. And it's like, okay. Hey, Green, how are you, sweetie? So it's like, so anyway, so I went downtown today and I'm always taking deep breaths when I go downtown because I try to control. I try to control. I'm good. Just getting ready for bed. Oh, you getting ready for bed? I try to control my anger issues, and that's because I think with a person like me who do so many deaths mentally, it bothers me. And a lot of times when I do these deaths, I need to release it out of my brain. if that makes sense. It's kind of like a rehabilitate. You understand what I'm saying? I need to release some of these depths of my brain and not transfer that energy with me when I go outside, when I move forward with my life. I have to detox it. That's true what you said earlier. I don't like being alone myself. It's hard in here. I want to say you and me are already friends on Facebook. And sorry we haven't talked. That's fine. And the thing is, it's hard, but I've learned. Um, Yesterday I said to myself, when I did those stories about them girls being murdered, I made them about me because I like things to make sense, and that's just how I am. So when these girls are getting murdered, when they get killed, I'm like, how is this happening? I need to know how. I need to know how. It's not making sense to me. I mess around with men. They never tried to kill me. They never done anything. Like, why this happening? I talked to my sisters. They mess around with me. This that happened to them. Like, why is this happening? I don't get it. And then we talked on a live, the text messaging. A lot of killers don't want to talk to y'all on the phone because they know y'all going to hear their voice. And y'all spirit is going to let them know this person ain't safe. So they don't want to talk to you on the phone. They just want to text you. So you texting your killer and you don't know it. And I learned that. Not set in stone, because nothing is 100%. You understand completely what you're saying. It's kind of like you're starting to feel like all overload. Yeah, exactly, detox. So I went downtown, and I actually put on something different than I normally put on. I put on what's some things called? Them boots that the girls wear. I think they call eggs or something. Eggs or something. I don't know what they call them boots that's kind of round in the front, and they like look like spaceship boots. Anyway, I put them on and I went downtown, and they were white. My friend bought it from the Indian boots, but they're eggs or something. So I put them on and stuff because I never wear them. Platforms. No, ain't no platforms in no snow. They call eggs or something. What is it called? So I put them on, and they're boots. They're snow boots. And I put them on, and I went downtown. Now, my mom just put them on because through the snow and everything, because it's snow boots. But so I put them on and everything, and I ain't paying no mind. Jeans on, coat on. If you go on my Instagram, y'all can see my what I had on. Uggs. Yeah, thank you. They call Uggs. Thank you, XB. Uggs. I knew one of y'all knew. They call Uggs, yeah. So I had on Uggs and stuff. Yeah, thank you, Green and 8XB Uggs, yeah. See, I can't remember nothing. All I know is somebody bought them for me years ago. I mean, years ago, but I never wore them because they were white. And they bought me another pair of Uggs. I never wore them because they were white. Matter of fact, every boots that she bought me was white boots. Now I'm thinking about, she always bought me white boots. And it's funny, I'm telling you, and I'm thinking about it now. She bought me 3 pair of boots that was always white. Excuse me. It wouldn't be a video if I didn't blow my nose. So I'm wearing my Uggs, the Indian Uggs, and they white. I'm going downtown and everything. And then, oh, because I wanted to buy some tracks for this hair. Because I wanted to add, because his hair started getting thin. So I wanted to add some more tracks in his hair. So I added more tracks in it. Because it was getting thin. I wanted to thicken it up. So I bought some tracks. In downtown, the tracks cost $11 for 40 inches. 40 inches for $11. So I went downtown to get it. So people are speaking to me, but I know it's a pandemic and I know everybody needs money. And hey, Jules. So I'm aware of what's going on, and everybody's a walking victim, whether you know it or not. Everybody is a walking victim because the white Uggs equals success. Well, I'm ready for it, Green. So y'all know when y'all go outside, I want y'all to keep in mind, you are all targets. We're in COVID-19. People are not getting money. People are not getting checks. They got babies to feed. They got families to feed. And everybody looking like they got money is a target. Because they feel like the world don't care about them, so why should they care about you? And I'm not saying everybody, but just be mindful when you go outside. We are in a for real pandemic, and we're walking around with masks on your face. So don't be so oblivious to what's happening. Even if you got the mask on your face, think of everything that you're doing with that mask. Anyway, so this guy was trying to talk to me. And it was one downtown. And then when I got to my location, this other guy tried to talk to me. And I'm saying to myself, are we not in a pandemic? Why are you trying to kick it to me in a pandemic? Now, remind you, we got masks on for reasons because you could be sick. Hell, I could be sick. And we transferred this COVID to each other and kill each other. Well, you'll kill me because I ain't got nothing, but I got bills though. But anyway, so here it is. Dudes be trying to kick it to me, and I'm like, yo. And if you go on my Instagram, you're gonna see me hold up my cell phone, and I'm actually filming. This woman is standing right here, right here. It's supposed to be 6 feet apart. She's standing right here. I hate it, but I'm used to it. And I can't react because I have anger issues. And no matter how much the people on the loudspeaker says you need to stay 6 feet apart, people don't listen. Since I've been in this pandemic, people stand right here. I feel like a celebrity with my bodyguards. Why are y'all standing right here with me? You supposed to be back here. So I can't say nothing back because if I say something back and you say something back, I'm on 10. So anyway, I get on the bus and I go straight to the back of the bus because I don't know. So I go over to the back of the bus and I sit down. But when I get to the back of the bus, through the pandemic, they got new buses. It's this black guy in the back, and he's acting real crazy. So I spotted that energy when I saw it. So I'm gonna sit way in the back by the wall, because I'm not sitting in front of him. He may reach over, So I'm sitting in the back by the wall, which you'll see on my Instagram, and I'm just sitting there. Yeah. Breathing, medication helps, but I control. Yeah. And okay. And he's like talking to himself. He's going crazy in the back. He's acting real nutso. And then I took my earphones and my cell phone. I clicked it off because now I'm sitting like this. And I'm watching him. So he hops about the chair. He goes sits in another chair. Now I'm watching him. And then I said to myself, did you pray this morning? I said to myself, did you pray this morning, Raven? So I'm looking at him. And I'm looking at him. And I became so, when I tell you angry, I became so mad. I became so mad. And another thing I had, it was like a trigger. It was a trigger in me. And if you're a person like me who have anger issues, we're not allowed to say nothing back. He never said nothing to me. We're not allowed to do anything. We just have to leave. So I'm watching him act crazy. And the more I'm watching him, I'm getting ready. I said, when he show up, I'm going to show out. I said, I'm going to go to work on you. I'm going to go to work on you. I'm going to go to work with you, sir. So when you get ready, I'm waiting. So I'm waiting for my turn. So he hopped from seat here. He hopped over here. Then he hopped all the way over here. And I'm looking at him. So I don't know if he's aware of me watching him, but I'm watching him. But I'm not letting him know I'm watching him. But I'm watching him. And I'm talking to myself. Raven, just ask God to put his hand on you. You're not gonna react. You're gonna stay calm. This is not about you. The girls have been murdered. They wasn't murdered for the reasons about you. You gotta stop making the murders about you. It's not about you, Raven. These murders are not about you. You know, I'm talking to myself. And I'm thinking of the time I was at that job when I got freaked out. And I'm thinking, I'm watching them. And I'm looking, I'm watching, I'm sizing them up. I'm looking at target points. I'm looking at tagging points on him. What I'm going to hit first and what I'm going to hit second. And I'm thinking back of high school. Anyway, I don't give away too much, but I'm in another zone. I'm about to go to work on him. And I'm watching him. But I wait for him to show up. Because when he show up, I'm showing out. So at this point, I'm having a full-blown conversation in my head. And I'm watching him. And I'm thinking to myself, Raven, did you ever think that he may think that you're pretty? Raven, did you ever think that he's attracted to you? Raven, did you ever think that he may want to talk to you and shoot a shot with you, but he's afraid because he's scared that you may turn him down? Did you? And I'm thinking to myself, I'm on 10 for something that has nothing to do with me. So here it is, a man that may be attracted to me, maybe trying to find enough balls to come to me to shoot a shot at me. And all I'm thinking is, he's coming to hurt me. Because I'm relating him to murders. Yeah, but see, and it's sad because I'm in a prison of my mind that relates back to the depths, that has nothing to do with me. And it's weird. And God's coming to me all the time. And then when I got the bus, yeah, you got it too. Okay. So you get what I'm saying. It's like my energy I'm giving out, yeah, my energy I'm giving out is at war. But how could you want love when everything about you say, come and try me? Just imagine you about to have a fight with somebody. You're like, come on, what's up? What's up? That energy that I'm throwing out there is not what I want to do. But people pick up that energy, oh, you coming to a fight. And that's not what I want to do. If you challenge the link have to death and dating, I believe God will heal your sister's spirit. But see, gang, that's good. But see, in order for Raven to heal, I gotta stop doing deaths. I can't keep being reminded of something. It's like a person being a drunk, and you keep saying, "Don't drink," and then they keep doing this to you. Here, Raven, you want to drink? And they know I like to drink beer. Here, Raven, you want to drink, girl? I bought it for you. It just tastes a little. So I'm not healed. You know what I'm saying? So how do you heal when you keep seeing it? And then when guys give me their number, I'm like, oh God, he's probably the killer. That's all I be thinking. And that energy that I'm bringing, I don't know how to divorce it. When I tell you I used to meet guys, and if you looked at like a killer, and if you looked at hard, you was at my house because I thought you was fine. I thought you was so fine. Ooh, mothers live. I didn't forget I met this guy. I don't even want to tell you because he probably in his live. I met this guy, and he showed up younger than me, and I'm looking at him. I was like, oh my God. I did a little criminal investigation, and there was his mugshot. There was not only his mugshot, there was a few mugshots. So I was like, me being Raven, a dum-dum, I was like, why didn't you tell me you did time in jail? It's not funny, but I was like, why you never tell me you was in jail? He was like, so I see you Google me. I said, yeah. It's a discipline, not bring your fears into it. Is a discipline game. But see, no offense, gang, but you're not doing the murders. So it's easy for you to say that until you're doing the murders. And then we sit down and have a conversation again. And I don't know. And then the thing about it with guys, they become lost into. See, the one thing about his first time experience, but the thing you have to think about is when he leaves. Because when he leaves you, that's when the test comes. Because that's when he's in his thoughts. When he leaves you is when he returns to himself. And that's when everything happens to himself. Whether he could deal with what he's doing, whether he could deal with how he's doing, or how he's dealing with it. It's a lot. And the thing about it with the girls is that they want men to, I think with the girls, they want men to be like they was gay first and then they transition. They want those men and they can't understand it. And they're two different men. Even though the sexual activity may seem very familiar, the spirits are still two different. He's with you because you look like a woman. He's not with you because you look like a man. Now you can get mad at him and call him a bunch of names, but if you looked like a man, he would have never been with you. And the girl said, "Well, he got to be bisexual." That's because you're in your feelings. Because you feel as though you came the gay way to this way, so you making the comparison. So you're comparing what you feel through here and not through here. He saw you through here, not through here. Now, if you walked outside through here instead of through here, then maybe he wouldn't approach you at all. But that's not what he saw. He saw boobies, he saw body, he saw beauty, he saw everything. And then now you're in your feelings like, well, and I get it. I think once upon a time, I used to be like, you bisexual, you gay. Because I didn't get it. I was in my feelings too. Because I couldn't understand how you could do all this stuff to me and you were straight. And it couldn't register to me. And then whenever time I asked the guy what he was, he said, I'm straight. And it never registered. But see, even before I transitioned, I met the same men. And it was different for me. He saw a woman, nothing more. Exactly, Green. And that's the problem with the girls. Like, it takes a while to get there because everybody's different. It's not just A, B, and C. Every girl is different. Every guy's different. I just wish the girls would be more understanding when it comes to the men, because you don't have to, but try to understand his process. Because for some reason, when it comes to the girls, they forget how long it took for them to get to that process. But they want him to get there within a week. And if he can't get there in a week, she's pissed off. And it took her a long time to stand in her truth. It took her years. But they want him there in a week. And it's a process. If you're willing to wait, if not, then charge him and get him out your house. Let me stop. It is what it is. It is what it is, It's a difficult situation. Because now he knows what people are going to be calling him. And then he can start questioning his sexuality. Then you got to go through the whole thing with him. It's a lot. You're reintroducing a man to himself. And some men get stuck in the middle. And then I think the bigger problem with men, well, a lot of girls get upset because these men are hardcore. These men are hardcore. I sent you a message on my wise and Instagram. Make sure you click it. Okay, love, just let me know it's you. Like I said before, every person is different. We have to keep that in mind, everybody. What this person do is not going to follow your format. What that girl's going to do is not going to follow. You know what I mean? We have to stop making everybody experience about us when they didn't live. We don't know if they was beat up, they was burned, their mother fathers got rid of. We don't know their story. We don't know the weight that they are carrying with them. Because sometimes people don't want to talk about it. And they don't want to be reminded. And sometimes when people talk about it, instead of them getting better, they want to get high to get away from it. So You may be strong to talk about it and feel better because you feel cleansed. And another person could talk about it, they feel worse. Like you made them feel horrible because everybody don't feel the same way. Some people could go to church and feel delivered. And some people could go to church saying, when I get to church, I'm going straight to the bar. I need a drink. Everybody moves through differently. Everybody don't. They're real people. They're not robots. They're not computers. We're real people. We're flawed. We do the best we can with what we have. And we don't follow everybody's rules the way they want us to move. I agree, Mother. It's about being transparent with me. I would rather them take his time to come the fact that people will call him gay if he needs to be booked. And that's the thing about it, Green. You're right. A straight man don't want to be called gay when you're looking at a woman. And see, Green, that would be your opinion only, but straight man is not going for that. He don't want to be called gay. And see, with you being a two-spirit person or a person that's attracted, it's not a big deal. To him, that is a big deal. That's like telling him his mother is nothing but a That is a big deal. To you, you're like, well, it's not a big deal. To him, that's a big deal. And see, that's what I'm saying. We can't make somebody feel what we feel. Because we're like, it's not a big deal. To him, it's a big deal. To us, it's like, it's just a name. To him, it's a big deal. And that's what I'm saying. We can't make someone understand where we're coming from. Because to us, we've been in it longer. We've been ostracized. We've been treated like dirt. We've been everything. So our layers are stronger. To him, he ain't never did one of that stuff. So he's like, nah. I ain't going for that. You gonna respect me, no. So to him, it's different. Yeah, I agree to them to ultimate. Yeah, it is ultimate. And it's a situation, Just like this guy said, he only date the passable ones. She has to be passable in order for him to date her, to date him. But even the passable ones get called out. And then I'm not going to talk about the fact that you got your sisters going after your man. You got the gay men going after your man. If I ever have a man, I don't want him around nobody. And if I do, I want our relationship be so strong that we talk about everything. Even though he's not going to tell me. And I know he's not. When I met this one guy I was with, the one from prison, was in prison for 15 years. We talked about everything. We talked about what's going to happen. We talked about how we were going to deal with it. We talked about people going to come along. We sat down and we talked about everything. So when these situations rised up, we would handle it. Did he do it? Absolutely not. He did nothing that we talked about. He did nothing. He said he would and he didn't. I agree soon. Jimmy Smacks put the video out. Everyone was calling him gay, as if gay is a bad thing. I think about that too, Green. I know he's straight and he knows it's a matter. Yeah. And see, Green, Jimmy Smacks saw everything that we see. And the thing about it, a lot of men see a lot. A lot of women see a lot. But when they stand up, people make them stand alone. And also, when they stand up, the people go after them, be the same ones doing the same thing they doing. But they don't want them to know it. So while they think they're being attacked by a straight person, they're being attacked by somebody who's into the same thing they're being attacked by. And you ask yourself, why? It makes no sense. But people do it. People do it. It is what it is. At this entire system, men feel the way because masculinity is put in a box. Everything is put in a box, Davis. We're put in a box too. We're put in a box too, David, because you know why? You look like a brick. You're not passable. You need more work. You're not this. We do the same thing. We can talk about the men, but look what we do. We take our sisters and we put them so far down where you're not real unless you have the surgery. You're not real unless you're hormone. We do the same thing. I mean, we gotta share everything that when we gotta add ourselves into this thing too. So we talk about toxic masculinity. We gotta talk about toxic two-spirit women. Because a lot of us do things to our sisters, and we are contributing to her deaths and her murder and her drug use. We're doing it too. So when we attack him, make sure we got the finger pointed at us too. And it's sad, but it's real. Yeah, you know that. I feel like we had Jimmy Smacks judging Jimmy Smacks, the same guys that were laughing, be the same. Exactly. Exactly. We do it. And they say hurt people, but also hurt people can help people too. Hurt people don't always just gotta hurt people. Sometimes hurt people can help people because they understand and they'll be more conscious of their delivery. Like me, I try to be conscious of my delivery. I'm not perfect. I tell y'all all the time, I fall down more than most. I've said that tons of times. Raven falls down more than most. I told y'all practice ignore is for me and not for y'all. I'm like, is everyone practicing ignoring? I'm not perfect. I have good and bad days. And sometimes I have to step away from myself because it's like men cry. Men can't cry when makeup express themselves. It's weird. Yeah, we're flawed. Love how you hold yourself accountable, not just pointing the finger. That's what's meant. Love how you hold yourself accountable, not just pointing the finger. That's what's meant. Exactly, Jay. We're flawed creatures. We're not perfect. And once we recognize what we do, we can fix it. It's a process. It ain't gonna happen overnight. But once we recognize it, we can fix it. You know what I mean? But if we don't know, we don't know. You know, we don't know. I don't be knowing a lot. I be coming to your office. I come to your office because I don't know a lot. Y'all be teaching me stuff. I teach you what I've learned. But and due to the fact I became the spokesperson, the news person for these deaths, it's like, why me? And it's funny because I'm supposed to be like a comedian, making you laugh. The whole person that I'm supposed to be for this channel got so dark and emotional and available. I don't mean to laugh, Davis, but you sound like me. And we can't do that. We can't. We can't be emotionally unavailable. Davis, we got to do better. We have to do better. But see, you know what? You recognize it. You have to, once you recognize it, we'll do our best. We're not perfect. We got to, sometimes it's a slow process before we just go straight there. But once we know, we can work on. That's why I love you, mother. You teach me how to be strong. I've been training for 70. I'm 22. Oh, okay. God bless you, Green. Love you more. I used to think we were Green. That's the thing about it, Green. I didn't want that, but I was like, And this is the thing with me, was like, wait a minute, you killing these girls. Like, yo, wait a minute. And when I did it, I thought I'd do, I would tell y'all what was going on. But then I was like, oh my God. Like, one day, my system, I clicked on my line, when how you sign up, and it went straight to my videos. And all I saw was dead bodies. I was like, what? What is this? This not me. Like, I'm a fun person. I like to laugh. I like to be silly. What is this? I was like, that's when I was like, this is the funeral channel. Isn't that funny? I was like, this not me. And all I kept hearing was, I know what you said you was going to do, but God showed you what you end up doing. I was like, but I don't want to do this. Like, I don't want to do this. This is not me. I know what you said you was going to do, but God showed you what you going to do. And they said, I know what's doing it. And I told y'all 2020 wasn't doing it again. Man, here it is. I know what I said you was going to do. Are these deaths reported to you, or do you have to speak out times every day and see who's murdered coming? Because I can't even watch all that you post because it's too much. Exactly. It is too. Thank you, Jay. It's way too much intake. It's way too much. Due to the fact I've been doing, ever since y'all know, I've been doing videos since April the 26th, 2008. So if you've been doing videos 2008 on so many deaths and stuff, people start sending you deaths. Mothers start sending you things, suicide. People start sending you stuff. When people see what the message you're trying to get out, when people see children commit suicide, young trans students commit suicide, when people see it, they start sending you stuff. Let the world know what's going on, Raven. Let the world go on, because people know I got a good heart. And I think people know I care about people. I may get my feelings, but people know I care about people. I may get mad. Just like I tell people, I may get mad at you, but I don't hate you. I'm just mad at you. I'm going to get over it. I'm just mad at you. I don't hate you. Even though my delivery may seem like I hate you. I don't hate you. I'm just mad at you. So I think people kind of can pick up on my spirit, and they know that my delivery is going to be more compassionate and caring when it comes to these stories. But my health is starting to kill me because, the intake is killing me. Literally. It's not funny. I could do it about more. If you didn't report them, they wouldn't know much. Thank you, Green. That's the thing. No one would know about these deaths. I have gone to a lot of Two-Spirit Girls pages, and all I say is so-and-so just got killed, rest in peace, so-and-so, and that's it. And you got to watch through a whole video, 3 hours, to hear that somebody died. You ain't going to watch the whole video. And then when they do tell you they died, you ain't going to get up and go, well, let me see what this person looked like. You're going to be like, well, rest in peace. That's it. They didn't care, so why'd you get... I sit down and do a video. I put girls on here. I could do add them all up in one. I give girls different videos by themselves. So when I say share it, it goes out on what happened to her. Because you don't want to confuse people when I put this whole thing together and share it. It can confuse people because it's too many, and it becomes a lot to take it all in. If you don't, as a matter of fact, the world is too masculine for me. That's why we in lockdown. Yeah. But Davis, don't hide yourself away, sweetie. You can't just, like I said, take a process. It's a process. It's 1 step in, 2 steps out, 2 steps in, 3 steps out. You dip and dab. But just keep fighting back. Don't just go, you know what? We have to win this. We just can't. I understand. But we can't let it consume us. Then you be like, Raven, you're taking medicine because you are You be taking medicine because you got high blood pressure. Remember I told you 6 doctors told me I'm about to die. It's not funny. That's why I share with y'all that I may have a stroke and die, because I had 6 doctors told me I'm in a lot of trouble. Just like, do you know you could you could go anytime now. I was like, well, let me let y'all know. I don't want y'all to find that I dropped dead. It's not funny, but I don't want to let y'all know. I want to tell y'all first. So when I drop dead, y'all know I'm gone. So I tell you myself. And what gets me is that the same girls capping the DM men be the ones dropping like flies. That's true. And they're also the ones that go back and tell the guys when I try to save them, they go tell the guys what I be trying to do. To try to get the guys to come after me while I'm trying to save her. She go and get the guys, and the guys come after me on me trying to save her. Why not you? Shit. I just subscribed on this YouTube and I've been watching ever since. Somebody has to talk about you're talking about it. Exactly. But it's it's definitely a situation. Hey Jackson, Grand Rising to Raising and Chat. I don't even know what that means, but thank you. But it's a situation. It's a situation. It's different because I didn't know. And then I don't know. Maybe because I live this shelter life, maybe because I'm always in the house, maybe because I don't really go outside, maybe because I don't know a lot. That's where y'all come in. Y'all gotta teach me. Because I don't go outside a lot. I learned a lot of stuff through y'all, and I thank you. Because I don't know everything. And I like when y'all put me to the side, like Raven. This is so and so and so. Just like when y'all teach me about abbreviations, and I don't know, and I ain't gonna front like I know. Teach me, because I don't be knowing a lot. We love to clean. We have to clean up the mess after they leave the earth. Exactly, Green. And they be thinking it's funny. They be thinking it's funny when you tricking men because he cute. A man will kill you. Remember, he has his own trauma he's dealing with too. And just because he cute don't mean his life is wonderful. You dealing with the man off of looks. You ain't dealing with the man off his brain. A lot of women, cis women, have been beat up by men that was fine as drop dead gorgeous. And they beat them up. And these are cis women. Fine men beat women up, drag them in the ground, stomp them in the face. And all y'all see is he's cute. You ain't even looking at the tick, tick, boom. There are a lot of women who are in prison for fighting back on her abuser. She fought him back and killed him because he was going to kill her. But nobody talks about women in prison because they don't care. They only talk about the men in prison. Nobody never talks about women in prison. I talk about it. I talked about the 75,000 women that's missing. Nobody don't even talk about it. They don't even bring it up. I talk about it. You got to remember all the famous serial killers were exactly Green. But they don't talk about it. They don't care about the women. All they try to do is just come at them, and and it's and now we're in the same spot, and we're like, oh, they're killing us because we're trans. No, they killed you because you're a woman. Because you thought by being a woman that it would be easier. No, you stepped down. You gave up your privilege. And now you're learning what it's like to walk in the woman's world. And now you're like, oh my God, I can't. No. Now you know everything that comes with it. So them lashes and them wigs and that lipstick and that body also comes with a death certificate that maybe got your name on it. Nobody talks about that. They want to tell you They kill me. They killing girls because they trans. No, they kill you because you're a woman. I told you that before. I mean, I'll go along with the narrative. It gets it out. I get it. I'll go along with it. But when I come to my live, I'm gonna tell you the truth. You was killed because you was a woman. You was killed because you was a woman. Hell, they kill men. So what makes you think they wouldn't kill you? They kill men all the time. So many men get murdered. And I don't think people take it seriously. I think a lot of people feel like it's not gonna happen to me. I just do think that way. The same thing I said with women, she should never hit him. She should never hit a man. If you don't want a man to hit you, don't hit him. But we tell women, when we see women hit men, we laugh. But when a man hits a woman, it's wrong. Make it wrong over across the board. I respectfully disagree. I don't find none of them serial killers sexual attack. Okay. That's fine. Excuse me. I seen some men that drop dead gorgeous and they kill them. I seen some men, I seen a lot of men that'll find and beat their women down. And if you don't believe how weak some women are for a man, they got a whole series go for my man. Anything I do for my man. And she will kill another woman for her man. I never understand how another woman will fight another woman over a man when she know her man is the reason why that woman is. Instead of her beating that man's butt, she fights the other woman. I never understand it. I think my personal opinion, she does that because she feels as though she still want to keep him. He already left you, but I get it. It's sad because you want to help, but you have to question if you're gonna die trying to save someone. That's true. AWAY. But you also have to know how to step away. AY, you can't help everybody. You gotta also know when to step away. You always have to put yourself first. You also have to step away because you can't save everybody. You can have a conversation with people and trust. Hey, Black, how are you, sweetie? You can have a conversation with people, but some people are gonna listen and some people ain't gonna see you. So, you could only lead the horse to the water, but you can't make him drink. And some people are going to get it, and some people will not. Some people can understand what I'm saying, and some people could only see me as sex. Do y'all know sometimes I could do videos about deaths, and I get guys sending me messages about having sex with me? Yeah, guys send me stuff about having sex with me, honey, and they get offended. I had to happen to me earlier, man. I was having an intelligent conversation. Cis woman got mad at me because she wanted him and he didn't want her. He wanted me, so she tried to comfort me. Well, it's a fair game, Green. They're women. You're gonna be competing against women. You're a woman. You're gonna compete against women. You're a woman. Women compete. Women fight. You have to step in it. You can't be selective of what you want to step in. You have to step in all of it. Everything comes with it. Women gonna compete against you. They're gonna compete against you. You stepping in womanhood. Women compete against women all the time. You know, it is what it is. It's no. You just hope you could find one where you could just have a balance. Where y'all close. That's the thing with me. A man for me is loyalty. Men are not loyal. And you know it's funny? I was watching Chris Brown documentary, and he said these hoes ain't loyal. He was talking about that married woman he had that baby by, Royal. And I couldn't understand. At first, I was like, these hoes ain't loyal. I saw the Rihanna. But then when I watched the documentary, and the girl was married, and she had Chris Brown's baby. And that's when that song came, These Hoes Ain't Loyal. Wow. I didn't know women was even doing it like that. I put women on such a higher platform than what they show me. That's why I'm like, you know what, forget it. But it goes back to people are people. Everybody's different. You can't make somebody be something you want them to be. You have to talk to individuality. And it's difficult. You know how many times, girl, I'm gonna be so tired in the morning. I have 8 o'clock. I'm sorry, Jay. I have 8 o'clock. I'm here watching. I didn't know that. You know, it is what it is, but we're human, yeah. I was watching his documentary. That's the one thing I like about YouTube. There's so many things you can watch. You know, I definitely love this. I love that about YouTube. I just wish they paid me my some money that I don't want when I won that got from this thing. I set up my PayPal, they ain't pay me nothing. They just kept the money in. That's why I was like, put it in my PayPal. Don't send it to I got a PayPal thing on top because when they put in the super chat, child, I don't get it. Mm-mm. But you know what's messed up about being a two-spirit woman? The man of your dreams could be walking up to you on the streets and you push him away because of what you are or who you are. How do you feel about that? Where's Davis at? Where's Davis? Y'all notice that, Green? The person of your dreams could be for you and you push him away because of being fear. Y'all ever thought about that? Y'all ever thought that the one you've been praying for has walked up to you and you pushed them away? I said that the man of our dreams could have came up to us, but we pushed him away on the streets because we were scared of him being the killer. So the one we've been praying for showed up, but we pushed him away because of our fears. I think about that all the time. I'm extremely guarded because of the murder. Exactly, Green. Me too. Girl, what? I always say that. Push him away by my own experiences. You can count. Exactly. Jay, I met that person already in South Carolina. Oh, okay. So you already got somebody, Davis, right? Oh, school? Yeah, but that, so y'all still together, Davis? He wasn't on nothing. Y'all still together? Or y'all done let it go? It happens. I was 18 at the time. Oh, okay. Okay. Well, you know there's more men out here. As long as you got a body, let me stop. Oh, that old hoe in me. Um, be honest, if he's the one, he would keep coming. No, they're not coming back, Green. Because I'm gonna tell you something. When you push a man away, you hurt his ego. A man's ego is very fragile. You ever see a baby and his toy say, "You hurt my feelings," and he starts crying? That's something. It's not funny, but you hurt my feelings. He'll go away. Then they get any feelings. You can never be too sure. You have to guard yourself. But I pray I'm not doing it to us. That's the thing, Jay. We do. Trust me. We pray for something, we get the answer. But when it's like, here's $1 million. Do you want it? You like, get that thing out my face. You want $1 million. I said, leave me alone. Okay. Here's your other $1 million. You want it? No, no, leave me alone. Okay. Ain't nobody gonna keep letting you reject them. They just gonna find somebody else. So it's like, and it's sad because we put ourselves in a spot by fear. And it's sad. I guess it's something else we have to work on. If it's not 1,000 other things we gotta work on, we have to work on something else. It's like a page turn. Every time we turn around, we got another page to turn. It's another page to turn. He was a nightmare disguise. Okay, well, you know what? There's other men out there. As long as you got a body, honey, and a fabulous bed. Let me stop. But there's other men out here. Just hope he's not impotent, because the impotentness is going crazy. Ever since these guys got these edibles, this impotent virus is spreading. We talk about the coronavirus. Let's talk about the impotent virus. These guys are impotent. Help me! Help me! Help me! So you better get out of here. A wet noodle. I feel a man gets a trans woman, he's done. Hit the jackpot. If he gets that lucky. But see, he has to think about a lot of things mentally, Green. He may mess with you, but you have to think of this. When he leaves you is when he's going to do what he just did with you. And he may be around you, praising you. When he leave you is when he really going to start dealing with himself. Now, the best part is if you get a man that'll talk to you. The best man is a man that talks. If a man talks a lot, you got the best man. He talk to you. Talk to you, not at you. The best man. Because there's some men that talk at you and act like they about to chastise you. But you get a man that could talk to you and he talks to you, best man. Now, these days, I am interested in women or trans. Okay. 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 I don't even talk to many. Okay. All right. Um. Okay. Excuse me. But you know what? Whatever makes you happy, and whatever you can find, make me happy. Works for you. Works for you. That's all that matters. Whatever you could deal with it. Whatever you can't. I used to want a husband. I used to want a boyfriend. I wanted a man to get on top of me and do his business. Now I just want his money and get out of my house. I can't deal with the pain. Like Tina Turner said, I can't stand the pain. I don't know what it is, but I feel dating a trans woman is slowly started to get. That's what men are starting to say. Like this probably. That's true, Green. That's true, Green. There's a lot of men after me, so I know it's true. A lot of men. But then you also have to realize the crazies are coming. The crazy ones is coming too now. Some men want to two-spirit women because most women can't stand him because he's a mess. Some men come on his side because he's the pits. He's the worst. He's the worst. And of course, he'll take anybody want him because he's mean. So. But not all men. You have to. It's like it's like being an employer. You have to go through the interview process, and nobody really want to interview. We all want that fine, gorgeous man, tall, gorgeous. And if you think he fine, you better believe he know he fine. And like 600 other women and men told him he fine. So his whole, um, most of them are strange to me. But I notice a lot of the girls have that money before love mindset. That they are so late. Nobody. The thing about it, Jay. The thing about it is the money before love. They got that mindset, and they also the ones not on beer, but on that strong stuff. So that's why the money before mindset. They don't want to mess with that drug money, honey. Um, Not in all cases, but most cases, trust and believe. It's a message behind the madness. Okay, they tried to look for a different group because cis women blocked him out. Child. The thing about it is, when you are dealing with anybody in a relationship, there's always gonna be somebody to come for you in anything. I just don't want two spirit women to feel as though it's just them. People come after straight couples, gay couples. People just mess with people. That's why I said it's always strong to have a good foundation where the communication is, excuse me, is active. But the best part of a relationship is when your man talks to you. I'm telling you. Real talk to you. Because the man I was with, if you would have kept talking to me and told me what was going on, we would still be together. But as a man, he felt as though he could handle it. He was stepping into a whole LGBT thing, and he didn't know nothing about the LGBT. He didn't know nothing about the LGBTQ, whatever. So him seeing it and not relaying to me what people were saying to him behind my back pulled him from me, and I didn't know. We would have been together if he would have told me what they were doing, and I would have handled it. But he felt as though he was the man, he could handle it, and he couldn't handle it because he thought that they were telling him the truth, and they wasn't. They was destroying our relationship, and he allowed it because I told him what to do, and he let someone who didn't know me live in his head versus him knowing me and coming to me. But it is what it is. Hopefully, we are getting the men ready for the next generation. Just want to be. Yeah, they're gonna be ready, Green. Everything's a process. They're gonna get there. It's a process. Yeah, it's a process. But the thing about it, my fingers, it's a process because you have to give people their moment to get there. Everybody's not gonna get there because you say get there. You know what I mean? We took time. Everybody takes time. The women take time. The men take time. Cis women take time. Cis men. Everybody gets there. It takes time. But you have to allow people their chance to get there. They're not going to get there because you say get there. But It's in their delivery. It piggies back off of my teacher, who became upset with me once he found out about me. Now, if his delivery was different, we probably would have been together. But his delivery was so toxic that we could never be together because he didn't talk to me. He talked at me. And he felt as though as a man, I need to sit in my place. So if you're a woman, you need to maintain your position as a woman and don't stand up to me because I am the man. So he talked at me instead of talking to me. And when I tried to have a conversation with him to talk to him, he became more toxic. He became more alpha because he felt I was challenging him. And I'm looking at him like, I got quiet. And the one thing about a woman, honey, when she gets quiet, she done gave up. She'll let you say anything you want. Okay. When I'm talking to you, I'm trying to find clarity. And if you're still coming at me and I'm quiet, once you go away, once I hang up this phone, we're finito. I'm done with you. It's a process. I'm starting to see even black men are starting to have the conversation. That's all it is. I was shocked. Yeah, it's a conversation, That's too much masculine energy, too many. Yeah, they do. Sounds like he didn't treasure Queen. No, he was never you're right, Queen. But he was never my boyfriend. He was my school teacher at a school that was interested in me. And I didn't tell him what was up with me because that's not why I was there. I told you about this before. And he's probably on his channel. He's probably watching this live. Who cares? And he came at me. And then once he found out about me, he called me on the phone and he came at me. He was hurt because I rejected him. I rejected him because one, I needed a job. Two, I wasn't looking for a man. Three, I was trying to get out of a financial situation. So when you're trying to get your life together, last you think about is a damn man. Because most time men don't come with you for mental stability. They come to you so you could service them. So they're not trying to build you. They're trying to find out what you could contribute to them. And when you're trying to build yourself up in your brain and your mind, you ain't thinking about him. You're trying to get on the next level. I don't like women with the hyper femininity either, John. Yeah, every girl is different. Every girl is different. It's sad a lot of men listen to respond. They don't listen to listen. Yeah, well, it happens. They do that. He wouldn't listen to me. He became very upset with me. He became angry. And see with me, with that anger with me, but see, he wasn't my boyfriend, Davis. He was somebody interested in me. Men are not a balance, most of them. But see, Davis, I understand and I have to respect because you're not there right now. So it's a level you're on right now. We have to let you get there. Just because I'm telling you don't mean you want to get there because I'm telling you it's levels to it. You have to get there at your time, at your way, at your speed. I understand. I can't make you see what I want you to see. It has to work your way. And when you get there, you'll get there. And maybe you never get there. But in the meantime, you know, do what works for you. I don't know, but so you date, you know, don't exist, but victimhood, white privilege doesn't exist, but victimhood. What the heck is the nasty things on your chest? You look super gross. Yuck. White privilege. Oh God, here we go. So the thing about it is that, it's a process and stuff. It is a whole process within everything. So it's a process within everything that we do. It's a process, and we all go through so many different things. And it's a process. It's a process. We're all human. We're all flawed creatures. We try to make things work the best way we can, and it is what it is. I already blocked them, girl. Child, I ain't paying no mind. I'm so used to this. Let me tell you something. But that's the process, Davis. You know, it's a process, and I understand it. See, I get you. I get anybody because the thing about it is, everybody has to do things their way. It has to be done their way in order for it to work. You know, I'm still struggling myself, trying to make things work and, trying to find ways to do everything I can. I'm flawed. Yeah, but Davis, there are good men out here, though. There are good men out here. There are good men out here. Every man in the world is not bad. They catch a bad rap. Just like every two-spirit woman is not a prostitute, but she's considered a prostitute. Every two-spirit, everybody's not in a box. It's we have to. You have to do the work. You have to do the interviewing process. And I don't think a lot of times we're not mental. If you're not mentally ready to do it, then just don't do it until you're ready. And if you're never ready, then just just don't do it at all. Just have a drink and get in the bed and make love to yourself. You know, it is what it is. I met some great men. Me too. I met some really nice men, Green, especially the ones that give me a donation. How sweet, but most of them are strange. Yeah, but Davis, you ain't messing with every man in the world. I'm not even gonna talk about all the different ethnicities. There are so many different ethnicities in this world. Some of them we can't even name. We talk about blacks and whites. We're not talking about Peruvian, Panamanian. There are different people from Africa. There's so many different races out here. Spanish, Chinese, Asian, Korean. There's so many different races out here that's with it. And we have not explored the adventure. So you can't say all men when you could possibly. It's too many races out here. There's so many races out here we don't even know them all. Indian, Native American, a whole bunch of things, like Cherokee, so many different Indian races. There's so many different people in this world. There's so many Europeans, there's white, there's Jews, there's Polish, there's so many different races. Russian, it's a lot. But you haven't messed with everybody, so there's a lot of different races. A lot of them are extremely massive, masculine men, and this complements by feminine energy. Yeah, but I get it. It's a process. It's a process. I get it's a process. No, sweetie, but most of them are strange. But we're strange, Davis. See, we're strange too. You don't think we're strange? You don't think people think we're strange? You don't think that people think we're crazy? You don't think people think something's wrong with us? You don't think people think we're mentally messed up? Do you honestly think that way? Do you honestly think what people say when we're not around, what they be saying? I'm a, you know what? I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna let you. I can't with you. I can't. I can't. I can't. There are 7 million people in the world. Your dreams and ideas, are out there. So, yeah, it's a process. It's a process. We're flawed creatures. We're not perfect, but It's a process, you know. It's a process, but in time we heal. Time heals all wounds. But I understand what you're saying, Davis. It's not like I disagree with you, but I also want you to think of the cup being half full instead of half empty. I don't want you to miss your opportunity when someone is looking for you that could give you everything you want by sitting in a box being with nothing that you want. But that's what I want. It's not about me though, it's about what you want. What makes you happy. Well, I'm finna head to bed, mother. All right, same thing to Green. Good night. Good morning, Green. I'm about to leave y'all too because it's like almost 2:30 in the morning. Well, not 2:30. I've been up for 2 hours and 11 minutes. And you know me, I'm greedy, so I'm about to get me something to eat. And this jerk, that Raven, that jerk just attacked you for no reason. That's my. I'm sleep, but see, that's the thing about when you go live, Davis. That's why you have that thing. Y'all got them. Y'all got them things on y'all blue. Y'all can shoot them out. That's why they give you those things of being moderators, so you can shoot them out. Because YouTube knows that when you go live, you're going to be attacked. That's what everybody have those things, the moderators, so because people are in this world. So they set it up so y'all could get rid of them. That's why the moderators. Um, 5:23. It's same time here, Mocha. Hey, Mocha. That name sound good, like some Mocha Coca. Yeah. So it is what it is. Oof. I got a big head. Lord have mercy. And I took this hair and I added more hair to here. When will you be back, Raven? You too funny. And I pop on and off. You know me. I'm like, I, I, I try to talk to y'all, especially when I'm doing these deaths and stuff, because I want to keep y'all in the loop of a lot of stuff that I'm not going to share on these girls being murdered and stuff. And thank everybody for sharing the videos with these girls being murdered. I appreciate all of you, because without your help, it helps though. I put it together, so I thank y'all for trying to help find a killer, and hopefully the killer come forth that is conscious. Bother him. If I was, I do find this particular guy very attractive, but he's a cartoon character. He's cute. You know what, Davis? I can't with you. Too funny. I can't. Too funny. But like I said before, Davis, give yourself a chance, and like I said, it has to work for you. I can't tell you what to do because you have to move for you. You know what I mean? I'm the same way. It has to go your way. Just be. We can't move because somebody say do it. We have to go it our way because we know what we can handle and we know what we can't. Because even though somebody could tell us to do something and we ain't ready, we wasn't ready, and then we be acting like a damn fool. Oh, I miss these old dollar shirts. Oh, one day y'all gonna come on here and I'm gonna have a man in my bed. But then again, I probably can't because they be sleeping. Y'all be like, who that man in your bed, Raven? All jokes aside, though, I don't see men in my. Cause Davis, right now you're not ready. You still hurting. I'm there with you too, Davis. That's not like I don't agree with you. I'm there with you. That's why I laugh at some stuff you say because I'm there with you. But I do know that there are good people out here. And I do know that all these ethnicities out here, we haven't tried. We haven't. We just go black and white on Spanish. There's way more people in the world than black, whites, and Spanish. There's way more people than them. And it's a lot more. And we haven't met them all. You know. Excuse me. I have this Chinese guy who likes me. He's a doll baby. He always get my little chicken and French fries. Ooh, mothers live. I just I don't find most men attractive. I just don't. So okay, then find women. Whatever makes you listen. Whatever makes you happy. It's whatever makes you happy. That's what's important. Okay. Hit the thumbs up, everyone. And let me just put my little PayPal because obviously I can't pin it on here because YouTube is not allowing me to pin my PayPal on here anymore. I don't know why it's that, but you never know. Those for unreasons known to God, but God is going to bless me one day. Speaking into existence, God is going to bless me. And also, I thank everybody who gave me donations so Raven can. In case I didn't tell y'all, thank you everyone who donated to me. Because I know some of y'all have. Anyway, I got some chicken McNuggets and French fries. I'm going to eat those out the kitchen. I drink my beer, which is gonna make me fall asleep. As you notice, I'm a weakling because I don't drink that much, and this makes me go to sleep. So y'all know I'm a lightweight. That's what they call it. If I could drink this little bit and fall asleep, and it still got, I'm a lightweight, so I fall asleep. Why would I be chasing after men when they like killers? You know what? On that note, Davis, y'all all have a good night. Love you guys, and thank you for sharing the videos with these girls being murdered. I appreciate it. And thanking you for coming for more information. And y'all have a good night. Good night.